Teresa Pontius Caves, the president of the Wichita Falls Area Community Foundation. If you think of a bank and all the services that it offers in a community, we're a charitable bank. People set up funds at the Community Foundation for the purpose of granting to different charities. I went to work at the Community Foundation in 2003, and we at that time had a partnership, and we still have that to this day, and it's called A Time to Shine. We do that every spring. Nonprofits in the community, it's their avenue to have an annual report, and it's in partnership also with the Times Record News. And the Community Foundation, we cover the cost, and we partner with the Nonprofit Center so that the nonprofits in the community can tell their story. This comes out the last Saturday of the month in the newspaper. I think it's wonderful that the Nonprofit Center is here and the talent pool that we have at the Nonprofit Center, because we can partner with them, and when people call me to ask for strategic planning, I can say, well, have you tried the Nonprofit Center? A nonprofit is a business, and it has to operate just like another business. So, but they don't have all the different departments. They don't have legal, they don't have accounting, they don't have finance, they don't have marketing. So people like me who have a strong marketing background, then we can partner, and I can go to Stuart and say, I can help you with the Marketing Institute. I'd like to do that. Because what we see, the stronger that the nonprofits are, and they realize the services then that the Community Foundation can offer them in the way of an endowment, so they'll have future funding for generations to come. If they've gotten that financial training or they've gotten that fundraising training, they're going, oh, now I understand why I need to do that. The Nonprofit Center makes nonprofits stronger. Stronger nonprofits realize then that they need perpetual funding, and then they come to the Community Foundation and set up an endowment fund.
My name is Debbie White, and I am on staff with the Pretty Foundation here in Wichita Falls. The Pretty Foundation is very pleased to partner with the Nonprofit Management Center here locally, and partnership is a great word because our job is to make grants to worthy not-for-profit organizations. The center's job is to help those same not-for-profit organizations be more efficient and more effective in the work that they do. Well, it's important because we make grants, and we want the beneficiaries, the not-for-profits, to be strong and to be efficient in the use of the funds that we grant to them. So it is a perfect partnership with the center because they enable individuals and organizations in our community to be wise stewards of the resources that we're all given. Therefore, not only do we partner with the center to bring that hopefully positive change to the organizations that we all serve, we also make grants to the Nonprofit Center as well. Every year for 10 years we have been able to impact 16 organizations by the Nonprofit Institute, providing them the opportunity to retreat, refresh, and reevaluate their mission and their objectives. They learn good governance, and without the Nonprofit Center here, we would be missing that opportunity. It is a jewel in our community. The Nonprofit Center really is priceless, and for not only for the nonprofit sector, which we all are a part of, but businesses in our community and individuals in our community all reap benefits that are really not even tangible or touchable, but they're there because this organization exists right here in Wichita Falls. So we don't want it to be the best kept secret. We want everybody in our communities that we serve to know and utilize the services of the Nonprofit Center.
I'm L.O. Nelson. I'm the Assistant Director with the MSU Small Business Development Center, and we provide professional consulting, training, and research for small businesses. We have a very good relationship with the Nonprofit Management Center because we do a lot of things together, including workshops, training, learning things about technology. We partner with them on numerous things, and they work with us in a little bit of a unique way. At the Small Business Development Center, we are working with for-profit businesses, yet we ourselves are a nonprofit. So we not only seek their assistance to help us, we also occasionally have people that come in and ask questions about how to be a nonprofit. Well, we're able to refer them to the Nonprofit Management Center, and they do the same thing because they have people come in that maybe are more interested in a for-profit center or business, and they then refer them to us. Well, if the nonprofit center didn't exist, there would be a much heavier burden not only on us, but other community organizations that are working with nonprofits. The one thing that a lot of people don't understand is that the nonprofit is a business. They're not for profit or nonprofit as a tax status. So they need business plans, they need cash flow projections, they need marketing information. And so we work with them directly in that they send people to us for that kind of information, but we also rely on them as to how do nonprofits function to be able to utilize this information as well.
I'm Jeannie Hilbers, and I serve on the board at the Nonprofit Center, and we're an organization making a great impact in our communities. What we strive to do is improve nonprofits, and we do that in a couple of ways. We help recruit and train board members, we educate and train staff and executive directors, and we help organizations build board capacity. This fall, we're going to start a new program called On Board Wichita Falls, which is to train people on how to serve on a board. So what a great resource is that we would help train them so that they can go out and effectively serve on other nonprofit boards. If the Nonprofit Center didn't exist in Wichita Falls, then that would mean all of our local nonprofits would have to drive to Dallas, Fort Worth, or Oklahoma City. So we are fortunate to have a resource here so that people can come to the office, they can attend our trainings and our workshops. We're here to build stronger nonprofits, and the stronger the nonprofits are in our community, that benefits our community. So everything that we can do helps the community. So what I would like to encourage is if you serve on a nonprofit board, I would encourage you to call the center. Perhaps you have some questions, or maybe you'd like to learn some best practices, or maybe you'd like the center to help you see if your board is operating effectively. But whatever your need, if you would call, I feel sure that we could help you build even a stronger nonprofit.
Welcome back to Inside Texoma. You just heard from Jeannie, and she was talking about On Board Wichita Falls. And if you can just share a little bit more about what it is, the services that you're really offering, and like she mentioned, coming up this fall.
I'll tell you what, On Board Wichita Falls is a program we are so excited about. Wichita Falls has not had a specific dedicated training program for board members, either current or existing, for nonprofits. We're looking at a huge generational turnover actually in the next 5 to 10 years. And if we don't train these folks, then we're going to be at a great leadership gap for our nonprofits. And the folks that are going to end up suffering are the ones who are out there that they're trying to fulfill the mission for. So On Board Wichita Falls is designed to specifically hone in on what those educational points are for that board member, so when he or she comes into the boardroom and sits in that chair, they're ready to go. They're educated, they're motivated, and they're qualified.
How is that training? Is it something that's done over a span of time? Is it like a weekend getaway? Do you go to them? How does that even happen?
It's going to be 8 3-hour sessions, and it'll be here in Wichita Falls. The training it does take a little bit of an investment of time, but it's absolutely well worth it. Our future is to be able to expand that out in our service area, which is really about a 60-70 mile radius around Wichita. So it goes into southern Oklahoma and then the southern half of North Texas. So we're looking at being able to push that out. Our institutional grant makers here, they don't give just in Wichita Falls. I say institutional grant makers, Pretty Foundation, Bridwell, Fane, McCullough, McCoy. Those folks, they give in a wide area around the Texoma region. So we're looking to train the folks who are given the funds to be better stewards of what they're given.
And we did hear a little bit about the partnerships. Can you mention a little bit more, because there are others that you work with, and kind of what brings it all together to be able to do what you do?
One of the things that Marla and I have been working on is trying to develop a resource pool of skilled individuals. That might be attorneys, it might be accountants, It might be some folks who can build a website. It might have technology. So we want to invite folks to come in so that we can match them up with a nonprofit. So they get the benefit of being a good servant of the community, and the nonprofit has a great benefit to their bottom line.
That's a true win-win. So,
Absolutely.
you know, that's a great way to volunteer. Like if you're saying you want to get involved, you want to help the nonprofit, and I'm sure if anybody would ever like to make a donation to kind of help your mission and what it is that you do every day, how would they go about doing something like that or contacting you for more information on how they can help?
Sure. Our telephone number is 940-322-4961. We are in the Wells Fargo Bank building on the corner of Kemp and Kell. Upstairs on the second floor. We're easy to find. And our website address is www.nonprofitcenterwf.org.
And I know you see all that at the bottom of your screen, and of course we'll put that on our website as well under the Inside Texoma link, so it'll be easy to find if you need to check that out once again. And real quickly, I love, you know, you said you're right here in Wichita Falls. We heard from them earlier how they were talking about convenience, and it's so great to have an organization like this, a center like this right here in the city limits, or, you know, fairly close for other people in Texoma and easy to get to, right?
Absolutely, and we're trying very hard to leverage technology to be able to reach out. We're not trying to eliminate the human quality of that, but we're also very mindful is that, you know, if you're in Nocona, it takes time to get in your car and drive here, and it takes fuel. That costs money. So for a nonprofit, that's a big deal. So we're trying to leverage technology so that we can reach out and work with folks over distance, and we can also extend our training and push it out that way too.
Obviously, you both feel very passionate about this and what you do every day, you know, to help these nonprofits and to uplift these others. So building those nonprofits, as you say. Can you leave us with a final thought on the Nonprofit Center today?
If you are a board member and you are struggling with why you're there, why are you serving on that board, and what you would need to do would be to call us. We can help you. We can help give you best practices and kind of re-energize you. In the long run, I really think it'll benefit the nonprofit that you're serving on. So I would encourage any board members out there, or if you want to serve on a board, to please give us a call. We have those resources available, and we have organizations that are, you know, wanting to recruit new board members. The volunteer opportunities are there.
They're endless.
Ditto. That's why we're a great team. To encapsulate it, I can't say it any better.
I love it. Well, thank you again, Marla, and thank you so much, Stuart, for your time and all that you do in the community. So again, thank you, Texoma, for joining us today. As always, we'll see you back here next Sunday morning for another look inside Texoma.